everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. I do upload on Mondays and Thursdays now, but when you subscribe, you will receive notification as to when I have uploaded new content for your view. And of course, my pleasure, and it is my pleasure. As you can see, the beautiful Queen of Rock and Roll, Queen of Rock and Soul, Tina Turner, who, as we say in the Black community, African American community, received her wings today. Rest in peace. And so I just want to honor her and her legacy of work, her life legacy, because it was not just her music, but her life learnings that we became very familiar with. The domestic violence, the battles and the fights behind the scene. But to me, in every realm of her life, she continued to what I call rise above it. She would catapult herself up, catapult her career, catapult her children, catapult herself from the violence. So many people who unfortunately become victims to domestic violence, physical violence. Now, there are other forms of violence, emotional violence, mental violence. I believe now this is me talking. I believe when you ghost a person, that's emotional mental violence because you're saying just you don't exist. It's abusive. Be an adult and have a proper this is just me. This is just me talking. So having said that, the degree by which she encountered so much abuse, so much disregard, but continued to express her life publicly as a very well-balanced person. She didn't harp on it. She just catapulted. She didn't complain about it. She just catapulted. When she was, so here she is, born November 26, 1939 in Tennessee, and was singing and learned to sing in the choir. She carried a very, to my words, a very gritty, husky, almost a male-like voice. But oh, those legs, not a woman can compete with that. And when you would see her on stage, as she eventually became the duo part with Ike and Tina Turner, she would outdance those women that were younger than her, who was her backup singers. And as she continued to age, they were younger than her and just moving and shaking on Proud Mary and Nutbush City Limit. And you couldn't get your eyes off of her because she took her career and pleasing her fans and doing her artwork with great intensity. And it's a part of what she left with us that would eclipse the sadness that was behind the scenes, the domestic violence behind the scenes. You know, you have to think and you go, you don't know what you would do in that situation. You think you do. I know I have a very low tolerance for mistreatment. My whole channel is about treatment. You meant to treat that person. So I have a very low tolerance for mistreatment. I'll say, hey, but here she is in this world where Ike, who she's married at the time, bringing home other women, drugs around, her children. She adopted his children and raised them as her own and took many of the violent hits to protect them. She tried to escape him. Much of this we saw in the movie in which Angela Bassett played Tina Turner in What's Love Got to Do with It. In an interview with, I believe it was Larry King on CNN, she said she didn't like the depiction of the movie because it didn't tell the true raw depth of her story, but Disney wanted to pretty it up. And so we got the pretty part? What do you mean it was worse? my gosh, I'm thinking. But I look at even that and I go, so many women, not just women are not the only ones in domestic violence. But first of all, it's so underreported, but so few of them ever escape. And many of them continue to live with their abuser, again, for the sake of the children. They continue to get beaten for the sake of the financial situation. They can't afford to. So all of these different variations line up with a person who stays with an abuser. She was able to rise above and catapult herself from that. And even in her divorce proceedings, she said all she wanted was her namesake. So she fought for her reputation. Don't I know about that? You always fight for your reputation, for your character, and you bring down the gods if you have to. Trust. You bring them down if you have to. This is what I mean about a standard. You respectfully, it's not even a difficult thing, but you stand up for the treatment you meant to treat me that way that is unacceptable to you. You don't have to end anything. You just say, hey, not treat me that way. And that's it. She was able to do that and continue to catapult herself in her career. She eventually, after her divorce, she married a Swiss, I believe he's a businessman, Erwin Bach. In 2013, I believe they actually married and moved to Switzerland. So, and gained her citizenship. So she was able to catapult her citizenship. She changed her religion from Baptist to Buddhism. So she was able to change her religion. Okay? This is what I mean about her. She was a chameleon. She was able to tolerate, to adhere to the calling for her better life to be changed. Most of us can't do that. Most people can. It takes courage. So she had courage in her career. She had sustainability in her career. She was able to fight for herself in her career, in her religion, in her marriage, in her music, and in her namesake each time. So she was a fighter. She was an avenger. She is the queen of rock and roll. She's simply the best. And despite the hardships of her life, she's simply the best. Rarely ever did she talk about her battle with cancer, her battle with, hold on, I'm getting something here that is in the way here. There we go. I apologize. I'm trying to also multitask, so just bear with me. She talked about her stroke. She had cancer. She had, and kidney failure. She had very little, if at all. She mentioned them in a memoir. So she continued to carve her career, carve her public image, carve herself into a life that best fit her. And aren't we all so happy and proud of the fact that her music was cross-generational? It had no even race, what I call race restrictions. It crossed, everyone loved her music. Everyone loved her style. Everyone wanted to have those legs. The women did, at least. And so we are blessed evermore for the music that she left with us, important to our souls. Proud Mary, proud Tina, we are, and very, very grateful. I'm thinking about, I don't know, sometimes I remember when I was young, I used to sing Nut Bush City Living. I'll be shaking it up. I think about, the songs were fun. We would try and do like a talent show, do a Proud Mary. Sometimes we want to start a little easy, and sometimes we do it a little rough, like Proud Mary. Come on. And we try to get the steps and we be shaking our little heads, we shaking it. That's the beauty of music like that. You can just recall back to times that you were touched by it, and we were touched by it. And she's simply the best, and we love her. So rest in peace, Queen of Rock, Queen of Soul. And I hope you enjoyed this contribution to her talent in honor of her. And I love you. Please click subscribe and bring a friend next time. Sorry for my little, but I'm gonna go play me some Tina Turner. Nut Bush City Limit. I love y'all. Okay, bye. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.